Joining us from Washington with more on how the White House plans to turn the economy around is the new head of the U.S. Consumer Financial Protection Agency, Elizabeth Warren. Good morning.
Good morning.
Let me ask you, before we get to the particulars of your job and the creation of this agency, I just want to ask you a philosophical question, because you've spent a good time of your professional career studying the middle class and quite frankly, worrying about the middle class. As we get this kind of news that we got yesterday that the recession was over, so many people in the middle class are saying, it doesn't feel like it at my house. When do you think it might feel like it at our house?
Well, we have to remember that we have a problem in the middle class that didn't just start in the fall of 2008. We have a problem that's been underway for 30 years of squeezing, chipping, hitting on the middle class. Flat wages, rising core expenses. Families reached a point where they really couldn't save. They turned to credit, and the credit industry has drained billions of dollars out of their pockets. So it's going to take time to rebuild the middle class. I mean, that really is part of the problem here. We're starting now with this new Consumer Credit Bureau, and that's going to be one piece of it. I hope it's going to patch a big hole in the bottom of the economic boat. But there's still work to be done in a lot of areas, on wages, on housing, on student loans, on retirement security. It's not just one thing that went wrong, and it's not just one thing that's going to fix it.
Can these industries really be regulated, but regulated in a way that, I mean, there will be so much pressure from them for you to do as little as possible? This will be a giant tug of war in the days going forward to see who really does get control.
You know, I'm not a Washington person. I never really wanted a job here. I had this idea for this agency and thought, that's it, you know, other people will take care of it. The president asked me to come here and to start to work immediately, not to worry about titles, not to go through all that business, but to start to work to set up this agency, to start pushing back. And that's exactly what I intend to do, and I intend to do it as hard as I can.
By charging you with creating this agency, is this the best compromise possible? Because a lot of people wanted you to head the agency, and they said, well, you're not confirmable.
You know, I don't know the politics, but I don't see this as a compromise at all. There was one option, and that was to go the confirmation route, and I'm told that would take about a year, during which I couldn't do any work on the agency. And this is the part that amazes me, I wouldn't be allowed to talk about it. Or I could not have that title, and I could get to work right now. And so I said to the president, I want to go to work right now. I don't care what you call me. Let me go to work and let me try to help. And when I'm no longer any help, I'll leave.
Elizabeth Warren, thank you very much for taking the time to speak with us this morning.
Thank you.
Do appreciate it.